Alright, y'all, we're back at it again with another race review. This time it's going to be the NTT Indycar at Circuit of the Americas. So far, we are doing commercials on lap 5. So far, just green flag racing. Really, really good slicing and dicing, and Dixon ran off the track a little wide, but he got collected a couple cars. He passed a couple cars, I should say. There's no track limit on the IndyCar race this time, so they can go wide. Some slicing and dicing up the middle. Some really good, strong, hard racing. The only real true incident is Veach, the 26 of Veach, spun out or ran into the gravel trap. Got a little damage. Still green flag racing. He came into the pits, went a lap down, repairing the front end of the car and getting the gravel out of the air ducts and stuff like that. So I will catch y'all on the next set of commercials. Hey y'all! I got so excited about the start of the race and everything. I forgot to tell y'all about my picks. Alexander Rossi is in second behind Will Power, and Scott Dixon is in fifth. The running order has not changed. At least the top 6, 7 has not changed since the beginning of the race. It's the second commercial. We're on lap 11. They just had pit stops, and it went off without a hitch. No major incidents. Veach was basically coming out of the pits and just racing James Hinchcliffe a little too hard, because I mean Hinchcliffe is on the same or lead lap, and Veach is a lap down. He's the one that had to spin and had to pit early, so he was coming out of the pits and was just racing a little too hard for their liking. Other than that, like I said, Will Power is just about second to 2 seconds ahead of Rossi. I'm looking forward to seeing if Rossi can short pit or strategize on how to get past Will Power. That's probably going to be the race right there. We'll see. So far, like I said, just green flag racing. Hasn't had a caution yet. We just had our first set of pit stops, and like I said, just good hard racing today. We will see during the next set of commercials. I'll holler at you. All right, y'all. We're back at it again. Third commercial of the race. Good hard racing. You got 5 rookies in the top 10 right now. My picks: Rossi's in 3rd, and Scott Dixon's in 13th. I'm not worried about Dixon because, the Iceman, cool, calm, and collective. He'll be back up there towards the end of the race. Like I said, 5 rookies in the top 10 are just amazing. Great racing. No caution still. Just these rookies are just putting the cars in just crazy positions, just driving hard into the corners, and not even having a care in the world about what if they're going to even make it out the other side of the corner or anything. So awesome, loving it so much. Will Power still in front, and about 1.5 to 2 seconds still in front. So the lead hasn't changed yet. Still in green flag racing. You have about 9 to 10 cars have the red tires. The red tires are the faster tires, and the black tires are, more durable, can last longer. You got, like I said, 9 to 10 cars that have red tires, and about 2, maybe 3 cars in the top 13 are on blacks. I know Power is on blacks, and Rossi's on blacks. I think Newgarden is on blacks, and I know Scott Dixon is on the black tire. So yeah, yeah. Like I said, good racing. I will check back on the next set of commercials. All right, y'all. Fourth commercial. The drivers are starting to hoot and holler about needing tires. It's lap 22, and they took a commercial before the pit stop started. One car already came in just to get started on the pit stop cycle, so they're going to probably start filing in and doing the pit stops again. So I will check back with y'all next set of commercials. Nothing's really changed, just more fighting, more doodling. That's about it. Really, nothing changed. Almost the same order. A couple cars have fell back. A couple cars gained a couple positions, but other than that, top two, top three are still the same. Power's still out in front. New Garden is about half a second behind, and then Rossi is a second and a half to 2 seconds behind Willpower. So we will see. I'll check back with y'all on the next set of commercials. Alright, y'all. We're back. We're halfway through the race. We're on lap 30. Pit stops have began and pretty much are done. Still green flag racing. Nothing out of the unusual has happened. So I will check back during the next set of commercials. Same thing, good hard racing. So see you in a minute. Alright, y'all. We're back at it again. I skipped a set of commercials, because it was a short set of commercials since the pit stops happened, and that was it. And nothing changed, really. Just still green flag racing. We have 22 more laps left in the race, so everybody should make at least one more pit stop before the end of the race. Scott Dixon, he's doing his thing right now. It's getting towards the end of the race, and he's coming. The only problem is everybody else in front of him, he's in 7th. Rossi's in 2nd. Willpower still leads. The only problem with Dixon is he has no more red tires. He used them two stops ago, and everybody else in front of him has one more set of red tires. So he probably can make it up to 5th, maybe one more position, and then it's going to be a dogfight for him trying to get onto the podium. So like I said, everybody else has red tires, and they're probably going to use them on his last pit stop. So we will see. I will update y'all on the next set of commercials or the end of the race. Alright. Okay. 8th commercial break of the race. Very first caution of the race just came out. Felix Rosenquist and James Hinchcliffe were battling. Hinchcliffe got in the back of Rosenquist, spun him out at the very, very end of pit road, and brought up the caution. The top 3 drivers, which would be Willpower, Alexander Rossi, and Scott Dixon, my 2 picks, are 2nd and 3rd. Willpower's 1st. They have not pitted yet. They were going to wait a couple more laps and then pit so they can race hard to the finish. And that's all out the window. They have to pit because they still have one more pit stop to go. And everybody else behind them had just wrapped up their pit stops before this caution came out. So they are going to be in the back, or at least pretty far down the running order. I think Herta is in 4th. He's going to inherit the lead, and Joseph Newgarden, the winner of St. Pete's race, is probably going to inherit 2nd. So it's going to be a good race. It's going to be a good fight to the finish. I think we're going to come back with about 12 to 10 laps to go until the end. So I will check back with y'all at the end of the race. I am excited to watch this and cannot wait to see the finish of this race. So, see you at the end. Wow. Wow. We're about 13 to 12 laps to go. The top 3 cars came into pit. Will Power, that led 45 laps. The only lap he didn't lead is the one he came in to pit for. Has now, I believe, retired from the race. Haven't seen that yet, but more likely probably retired. He could not get it into gear. The car stalled at the end of his pit stop. They dropped the jacks, and it just stalled. It died. He refired it, and it wouldn't go into gear. So I thought it was a drive shaft, and they're saying something about the fuel pump disengaged or something like that. So they tried again. They tried to push start it, would not go. So I think he is out of the race. And like I said, wow, what a race! I am enjoying the heck out of this race. You cannot tell. I will catch y'all at the end of the race. I really want to check this race out so far. So, see you in a minute. Wow, what a race! Colton Herta won the race. A rookie, the youngest race winner in IndyCar history at 18 years old. It's actually kind of a big story. You lost an engine in the first practice, didn't get out for the second practice, and now he ends up winning the race. Like I said before, my 2 picks that I picked to win the race were going to be Alexander Rossi, which came in 9th, and Scott Dixon, which came in 13th. Both of them, at the restart, both of them got in little collisions, bumped some cars on the way, trying to race back up to the front since they had to pit and everybody else didn't. Alexander Rossi, I believe, got in the back of Rosenquist and ended up Rosenquist had to pit, and that messed up his race. And Scott Dixon got tangled up with Veach, which he was a lap down already, and there was an investigation by race control, and they just decided racing is racing and didn't do anything about it. So he was able to keep his position, and like I said, my race prediction, I said that a veteran was probably going to dominate and win the race. I was so close to that prediction, so close. Like I said, Willpower led most of the laps. On lap 46 or 45, had to come in for a pit stop, and his engine troubles just threw him out. Got him out of the race. And Rossi and Dixon had to come in because they haven't pitted yet. And they ended up, like I said, back in the field, and the rookie actually won the race. So, I love racing. I love 2 wheels, 3 wheels, 4 wheels. As long as they're racing, I love it. Wow. Oh, man. I had an enjoyable time with this race, if you can't tell. So, cannot wait for the next IndyCar race. I'm going to review the Cup race at Martinsville right now, and I will see y'all in the future. Peace.